Hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to your extended. Hi, Luna. All right, so I don't have much time to do this because I do have to go to work. So, I just pulled the cards in, so we're just going. All right, here we go. Okay, so I was questioning, why is this owl here? What is up with the owl? And the response that I got is this, it's the two perspectives, but it's also appearing to me as like you and your significant other. So you're showing as the 5 of Cups. And this is coming up as we were talking about that 5 of Cups here. And you, your relationship with your significant other, this cup, the emotional well-being, this cup spilled, and it's bringing their attention. Okay, it's bringing their attention to your emotional well-being, which is the 5 of Cups. So there is a rising energy within you, and that's what you're trying to. You see here, this darkness down here at the bottom. See, that's what's entangled here. This darkness is trying to rise up within you. And you are, well, it's very beautiful. You're actually surrendering to it. You're surrendering to the darkness. That sounds wild. But you're surrendering, well, what it's talking, okay, let me just. You are surrendering to how you are feeling. And that feeling that is overcoming you, well, there's no stopping it. So what's beautiful about it is that you are allowing this emotion to wash over you. And, if you were to continuously try to push it down, to hide it away, put on a brave face, all of those things, that type of wound, well, it's almost like you would be creating your own wound. And that energy would then fester within you. And it would eventually it would like physically manifest in your body somewhere. I'm trying to think about like how this could like manifest. Anyways, but allowing yourself to go through it is what is pulling up. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, so allowing that energy to rise up within you is pulling these white, okay, they're coming up as like moonflowers for me. I know that they don't look like moonflowers necessarily, but the moonflower has a very specific meaning for me, like just with me and my lexicon with my guides. And it talks about your psychic abilities awakening. And that's what I was trying to pick up and what was referring to in the first half of your reading. So you're seeing your emotional well-being as something that is undesirable. Well, and if it is impeding your life in some type of way, yeah, that can be undesirable. What I'm seeing in the cards actually is that you are allowing your psychic abilities with the moth energy, being able to sense paranormal stuff, and then with the bat energy as being able to look in the dark. Oh my God. This is stunning. Okay, so that is awakening within you. Your experience of it being the Five of Cups is not necessarily one that is, it's not, it doesn't feel like you're not having a good experience in this. You're like, hang on, there was something that was coming up. It's coming up as like apathetic. Apathy has been coming up a lot lately. You're not experiencing this awakening, and it's not pleasant for you. And okay, what I want to say is that yes, and I think I said this in the YouTube reading, yes, when the dark, there are things, right, in the dark that can be scary, right? But you are well equipped. That's what this is talking about. You're not just in the dark, is what I'm saying. You're in the dark with all of your abilities to be able to see through the darkness. Does that make sense? Like, yes, this is rising up, but what it's also bringing up with it are all of the tools that you can use to find your way through the darkness. You have the bat, so you're able to send out like a location. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can sense the shapes around you and walk through that way. And you have the moth energy, which is also talking about being able to see like a pinpoint of light, a really small, minuscule pinpoint of light, and being able to go towards it. So you're coming into your psychic abilities. You are awakening. And this one here, your partner is right there with you. They are right there with you. It's like maybe you feel like you're alone in all of this, especially with the fives. The fives kind of come out with like a lonely, alone type of energy. They are literally right there beside you. Like, they've also got that white bird. And that's talking about they're there. They are there to bring you peace. They're wanting to bring you peace. They're very concerned for you. Because I'm seeing this like look in her eyes. She's very concerned for you, but she's allowing you to go through your process. That's what the Queen of Pentacles was talking about in the first half of your reading, is that it's almost like they are open and accepting and providing you the space so that this energy can come, so that this can rise up. It's like they're gonna, it's like you need a moment, basically, is what it's talking about. You need a moment. You need, you need to go through this process. This is a very important process. And they're here to like take care of you is what it's coming through. They're here to take care of you. They're here to help you in this process. They're here to serve as a living example. They're also here to hold space for you while you go through this. And They're it's kind of cute. They are like checking in on you. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? That's like what I'm. It's like I'm like hearing it. Are you okay? Like they're just checking in on you, almost like in a constant. They just want to know that everything that you need, you have, so that you can go through this process and come out on the other side. Um, you know what I mean? Whole. It's coming up as whole. So that you can come out on the other side as whole. Because if you are trying to hide away this stuff, you're not accepting it. So it's like your energy, your energetics are split. You're it's like you're not on the same page with yourself type of dynamic. So they're wanting you to become whole again, and being whole again is incorporating or integration of this wonderful strength of yours that you have. And it's like they know, okay, because they're coming up here as like this bird, right? And you're down here. They have the flowers too. That's what I'm talking about here. It's being presented again. They have like they've gone through this process. It's just now it's your turn. And so that's what this is saying. They know what it's going to be like on the other side of this Five of Cups. So they're just there making sure that you are okay. It's almost like they're like waking you up or something. Like if you're, when you're in this state here, this Five of Cups, you want to sleep a lot. It's a lot of rest and sleeping, and so they're coming in. Are you okay? That's how I see it. And like you're like eyes open. Yeah, I'm fine. Like do you see what I'm saying? And they are showing you, like, look at how large you are in comparison to this needle. And I'm bringing that up because the needle talks about having to, in order to get through a transition, needing to downsize, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. Needing to like deconstruct and downsize so that you can kind of like go through. It's kind of like an hourglass. Like you gotta go through it like one piece of sand at a time, and then once you're on the other side of it, you can expand out again. And so that's what's happening here. It's like, hey, remember, it's okay. Just remember, you're going through the eye of the needle. You are going through a transition where everything in your emotional body, your mind state, all of that is being restructured, reorganized, and condensed down into a finer point so that you can get through this transition and then expand on the other side of it. So now it's like I'm now seeing like you are actually sinking into this. You're sinking into it, which brings up that vision of the like, because I'm seeing like an hourglass, which brings up the vision of the hourglass and everything sinking into that fine point and then coming out on the other side. So you're sinking into the darkness, and then you're going to come out on the other side. And they are there. It's like they are checking up on you themselves. And they're also sending in, like, I love this, because this is your person, right? They've got that white bird. So they are providing you with, they're wanting to provide you with peace, like a peaceful state, a peaceful space in which you can go through this process. And then there's also these 3 little birds here, which are serving as reminders. It's coming up as reminders. And, you know, it's being presented here, so this is them as well. You see what I'm saying? There's that white bird, and there's those the little guys there, you know, blown up, of course. And they're serving as reminders. Like, when you're in the darkness, don't lose sight of where you are headed. There's something about that. To not lose sight of where you're headed. Even though that is unknown to you, even though where you are headed is unknown to you, look to your significant other, your partner, because this Justice card is talking about how they are serving as a living example. They are a living example of where you're going to find yourself next. So just that's what the light is. As a moth, just keep looking at them, because they're the light. Keep looking at them, and you're going to come through this experience. They're the light in the darkness for you. And what is remarkable, it's so beautiful, is that you two are now presenting in the same card. It's so stunning. This is the 2 of Cups. You two, this is your person here. And look at how much you've risen. This is what it looks like. Hang on, let me just bring up the moon card. It's funny. Didn't I, in the first reading, I split it open and the moon card came out? Well, it's here again. So this is what it looks like. That's what the moon is telling. The moon card is saying to you, with the raven bringing in a message, this is what it looks like when you get to the other side. It's the 2 of Cups. Hang on. I'm looking at this a lot deeper, because I thought that they had bodies. They're actually 2 harpies. Oh my gosh, there's so much in this. Okay, so there's all of these like skeletons down at the bottom, and that is what is bringing me back to this energy that you were initially in, almost like trying to hide, like hiding skeletons in the closet. Like that type of phrase thing. It's like all of the skeletons are out now. Everything's out. All the skeletons are out, and they're beautiful. Looks like, yeah, all the skeletons are out, and you guys are actually standing on the skeletons. And what that's referring to is that you both, because it's almost like it's both of your efforts pulling you through this. You both have overcome all of these skeletons that were trying to be hidden. All of them were trying to be hidden. and you've both overcome them, and now you're perched on top of them. So it's giving me this sense of like power over this. Your powers, your supernatural powers have risen, and it's like you're perched on top of them. So your powers are not, how do I want to say this? They are not overcoming you. You have learned to master them. So they don't have power over you. You can wield them. Whereas before, this had power over you and was kind of, it was affecting your emotional well-being. But now you've learned to harness it, and you also now understand exactly what it is too. So then you've gained your power over it. And not only that, you have learned the tools, you have learned how to use the tools at your disposal to find your way through the darkness, with your partner serving as the light. It's really stunning. And there is something else here. With all of these, it's very subtle. Hopefully you can see them. There's a bird here in the background. And there's another bird here in the background. There's something coming. There is something coming behind you, which means it's out of your awareness. So when you pass through that hourglass, when you finally get to the other side and you start to expand out, there's something new that is coming. They are white. Well, they're not white, but in my mind, they look like white ravens. The raven is here. They look to me like white ravens. And the white raven talks about prophecy. So there is some type of prophecy or some unfolding that's going to happen for both of you. It's coming for each of you almost individually again. So the process that you were just in was kind of individualized. It seems like it happened to them first, and then it's happening to you. And in this, there's something else unknown, of course, with the moon energy that is going to be coming in next after this. There's 3. Okay, hang on a second. It just jumped out at me up here at the top. There's another one. There's something else that's going, because now you two are synchronized again. Since you are now in this 2 of Cups, you're both in harmony. You're synchronized. And so there are 3 that are coming towards you. What is this? I don't know what it is. I can't see it. I want to say that your person knows what this is, because they have those 3 little birds there. And those 3 little birds are here as well. There's something they know. Ooh, they know something. It's good. It feels good, especially because she's in a wedding dress. And we were talking about traditional relationships. And we have this bouquet. This is stunning. I love this. What is this referring to? Is this referring to like a union between you two, especially with the Four of Wands? It's like you're unified, well, synchronized, right? And so that's what these three birds, there's some event, there's an event that is going to happen that's like prophesized between you two, between both of you. Once you get through this darkness, it's on the other side. This is what's on the other side. This is what is on the other side of what you're experiencing now. So that's another reminder. Weren't they serving as, they were serving as reminders. So this is another reminder. This is what is on the other side. It's like, just keep going, because there's so much beauty on the other side of this. It looks really dark and scary right now, but there is so much beauty on the other side. All right, Aquarius. I'll see you next time, okay?